How to share energy in a pace line. Today we're going to chat about how to truly share energy in a pace line. So right now we have Emily in front of me. We have Jeff from Virginia, just pulled through. To the right we have Polio from Brooklyn. We also have Jason from New York. We have Tyrone from Brooklyn. We also have Jenna from Brooklyn. We have Jordan as well. Coach Eric and Coach Ed and myself. So as we talk about how to share energy with the group, it is important that the group stays collectively together and right sizes the group via cadence development as well. Everybody is in their small chain ring, if you've noticed. The key is to keep it as tight as possible and to really focus on keeping the effort consistent and pulling through with consistency and control. As you'll see that Coach Ed is up front here, pulling through, keeping it smooth. Cadence is very controlled and supple. As he pulls to the left, I pull to the right hand side of his tire to ensure that the fluidity of the group rolls forward smoothly. As we transition back over to the white line, and most would ask, well, why are we rotating counterclockwise? Well, there's a reason. The wind is coming from the left to the right. So the folks on the right hand side are getting shelter from the wind to continue to keep the pace moving, while the left side of the group shelters the riders from the right. Right now in the small chain ring, we are working right around 22 to 24 miles an hour. The receiving lane is about 22, the driving lane is 24 to 25, small chain ring. Okay. Also what you'll find out is everybody inside the group pretty much continues to keep pedaling throughout the entire time, which keeps the momentum moving. There are many times that we come across a lot of these key different riders that are on the road that we pass, and they think that we're really riding pretty slow, but in true actuality, the energy of the group is actually riding faster than individuals on their own. Okay, as we continue to keep rolling, as you actually see that Jordan, I had to give him a little thing to think about, that when he rolled off the front, there was a lot of, his wattage was a little higher, which then gapped Jenna. So what I told him to do is just make sure that he continues to keep it controlled and consistent and not surge off the front. That's a common mistake by most riders, that they get to the front and they end up adding too much pressure on the pedals, not keeping the effort consistent throughout the entire time. Once again, as we keep rolling, as you notice, nobody really looks to the left or to the right to ensure that there's a rider that's clear in front of them or in back of them. There's a reason for this. As the group continues to roll consistently together and trust one another, the key is, as the person rolls from the right to the left, it is the person who just pulled off, it's their job not to hit the person in front. That's a true thing that we really focus on here at CIS Training Systems, to ensure that everybody understands their role in keeping the pace consistently smooth. Okay. Also, you'll notice that as I roll through from the back to the driving line, that there's a space at which I ride in that is not from left to right, it's actually in the middle, so that once Coach Ed rolls through, that I can actually sit right on his wheel and not have to do any other effort besides just continuously keep pedaling. A lot of the times, if individuals miss their turn or don't pay attention to the rider that they're following, end up creating gaps, and they actually have to work harder to catch up because the pace is so consistently smooth. As I said, We're going to rate around 24, 25 miles an hour in our small chain ring. Oh, and there's also a headwind that happened on that day as well, headed out to Piermont. Keep it rolling forward, keeping it smooth, ensuring that everybody's safe, keeping a straight line. I think one of the other unique things is understanding how to ride in a pace line in a straight line. That it's not all over the road. We're not running three abreast. It's double pace line. Everybody does their own work and collectively does the work as a group. As you notice, the entire group is actually rolling right around the same cadence band. We're not overspinning, we're not underspinning. Everybody's rolling pretty smoothly. As you'll see, Jason just pointed out something in the road to ensure that Tyrone had a safe passing so that he can get past that obstacle. See how tight this group is rolling? Smooth. See, I'm sitting right in between Emily and Coach Ed. That's what we call the cheat spot. You know, kind of riding in the armchair. As we speak, this is a skill that many riders should learn, how to really roll strong in a pace line. You know, many people ask, well, you know, CIS rides so fast, but we really don't ride fast. We actually ride smooth, which makes it unique. Everybody knows what their role is. Okay? Collectively, we're strong as a group. Now, as you see, there's some obstacles in the road coming up. And what we do is we ensure that everybody has a safe passage through this key area here on 9W, where Coach Ed actually takes the lead and we go single file line to ensure that everybody rolls through this section pretty smoothly. You'll see this in a few minutes. At this point, I call out the command to go single file through this tight section to ensure that there's no rider in the actual road itself, since it's a narrow passage. Coach Ed knows that he needs to keep the effort consistent so that everybody continues to keep pedaling throughout. As soon as it opens up, then we go right back into our double pace line. Like clockwork, folks. As you'll see, Coach Eric pulls through to my right. And 3, 2, 1. Here he comes. And the rest of the crew rolls through as well. Just like clockwork. The key is to ride safe on the road, not to ride three abreast, to ensure that no rider is in the road, keeps the group safe, rolling together tightly, sharing the energy. As you'll see, there's a different reshuffling of riders that once we went single file, some people shifted to different positions. Now Emily is behind Jenna, which is a good thing. Keeps the same energy level, keeps the same fluidity moving. Once again, folks, we're all in the small chain ring. We're just rolling up the road. Many ask, well, why do we do small chain ring development? Well, there's a reason. Number one, it helps you with your pedal stroke and understanding how to roll consistently throughout your pedal stroke. Keeps the heart rate controlled, keeps the effort consistent, and also works on your cadence control as well. We're entering into the first phase of our Paceline development drills on the way out to Piermont. As you'll see, once again, we're approaching a hill, and the unique thing that we're going to do here is still be able to rotate uphill. Okay? Get ready to hit this hill right before Alpine. You notice everybody continuously keeps pedaling. Pedal, 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 and pedal some more. That's inertia, keeping the energy moving. As we say, body in motion stays in motion. You notice the gaps, there's no gaps. The group is tight. Now we're rolling uphill. As we say, what we do slow, we also can do very, very, very fast. In 3, 2, 1. Headed back down 9W after our training ride. Now everything that we did on the way out, we're going to do on the way back. But in our big chain ring, at a faster speed. The driving line on the left-hand side is doing 28 to around 30 miles an hour. The receiving line's around 24 to 25 miles an hour. As we had mentioned in the first part of our video, it's if you miss that part within your pace line, you end up working too hard to get back on. Now, if you notice, Jenna is doing what we call cheating. She's staying right in between Coach Eric and Coach Ed, and she's getting the draft. That is the most important place to be, so that you never work as hard as you need to. Jordan did exactly the same thing. He slid over when he needed it, and he was able to get pulled through. Same way with Tyrone. Jason the same, nice and smooth. And you notice they never looked back because they knew who they needed to follow. Very nice. Another key thing to remember is when we're doing counterclockwise or clockwise paceline drills, the key is to be on the left-hand side of the person in front of you as far as their tire is concerned. So you can just roll off their tire. If you're on the right-hand side of their tire, you end up having to reshift and then expend as much energy to get back over into the driving lane. So the key is stay on the left-hand side of the tire, on the back tire of the person in front of you, so that you keep rolling through. I have to give some credit here, some really tough sections here. Nice little riser coming up here shortly, and the speed starts to really pick up. Once again, Jenna shifts to an easier gear, keeps the cadence high, keeps the speed going, and as my job is to keep everybody in front of me so that I keep the group together. Jenna does a really good job of staying on track here. Same way with Jordan. Tell him, come on, Jordan, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Put your head down, let's roll, let's roll, let's roll. Well done, buddy. Well done. Coming to what we call the 2-minute drill. This section we averaged right around 29 to 31 miles an hour average for this 2-minute drill. I think right here we're doing right around 34, 35 miles an hour. This is where you got to kind of dig a little bit, because here's a riser going up here to the stop light. We make it through the stoplight pretty smoothly. So as the group gets back in together, keeping it tight, rolling through, keep the speed high, rolling over the terrain just like it's flat. Cadence development is important. Jenna does a really good job of cheating in between Coach Ed and Coach Eric. Just gets pulled along, just like in an armchair. Nice work, folks. Really, really smooth. Right now, I think we're doing right around 32, 34 miles an hour. Like poetry in motion. And energy consumption. About a minute to go. And this, folks, is how you share energy in a pace line. Keeping it tight, keeping it consistent, and focusing on body control and group control. Well done, CIS Training Systems. Poetry in motion, folks. That's how we do it at CIS Training Systems. Thanks for watching.